Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the worst YouTuber in the world. That was a big one. Anyway, why don't I go into this? But first, I got two announcements to make. Tomorrow, after this video is produced, there will be On the Issue of Jealousy, followed by a creepypasta. That being said, I would like to transition to, I am now selling t-shirts on Inkster. If you wanted that creepy reading t-shirt for only 20 bucks, well, Inkster will sell it to you. It's a fairly good service, and yeah, I've used it before, and I think it's a pretty good service. So yes, with that being said, why don't I transition to the worst YouTuber in the world. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever heard of PewDiePie? Have you ever heard of Tobuscus? You probably think I'm talking about them, right? Huh? You think that I'm just some hater? Well, no. I understand why PewDiePie has his audience. I understand how he got there. It's not a luck of a draw. It's some very complex YouTube algorithms, and Tobuscus already had a YouTube channel that was popular before switching on to gaming. So, why not I transition to the real shit of the matter? DSP, also known as Darkside Phil, also known as Phil Bennett. The absolute worst YouTuber, most morally corrupt person I know on this website that creates content and is actually able to live off of his content. Now, I don't mind people living off the work they create, as long as they put a little bit of effort into them. With PewDiePie, they do put effort into editing some of the boring stuff out. With Darkside Phil, he uploads about 200 parts of a video, each 10 minutes long, so it can produce the maximum amount of views for his video. Darkside Phil has been caught in several scandals. Why don't I name the first one? The first one I'm going to go up with is the fact that he got banned from Blip TV for, I kid you not, playing through the Dead Space 2 as a Nazi, and he continuously compares the necromorphs to the Jews. So he goes around stomping on their heads, going like, "Ze must kill the Jews," and then, you know, saying that they need to get burned and then using a flamethrower or some shit like that. Yeah, keep it classy, Phil.
This is what happens when you let the Jews do whatever they want. You've let the Jews overrun space, and now look at this. Their greed has had the artifact turn everyone into necromorphs. So now I, the last remaining Nazi, must exterminate them. Hello, Jew. I killed him with one shot. Damn. Yes, Jews in space. You'll see what happens. Ha-ha! Oh, yes! Fuck you! That's you, fight me now, Jew!
Darkside Phil has been caught selling artwork that does not belong to him onto joysticks for the sole purpose of making money. Now, the way that he avoids getting a lawsuit from this is, well, I think now he has since discontinued the business, but back then, what he did is that he kept as far away from the business as possible while maintaining head profit. Essentially, I think he got other people to run it while he just kind of made money off of it. He basically put custom skins on joysticks that did not belong to him, and essentially stealing other people's intellectual property in order to profit. I'm going to show you a clip right now.
One stick that we made is the Devil May Cry stick, which features art of Trish and Dante, and it has a custom colored scheme of white buttons, white bezel, and it is all tournament grade Sanwa parts. We have 3 Xbox 360 sticks, the first of which is Super Scroll, with yellow buttons and orange bezel and custom Super Scroll artwork. Up next we have a Spider-Man and She-Hulk stick with customly colored, match buttons and bezel and things like that. And then finally we have the Albert Wesker stick, which, by the way, everyone seems to love the Albert Wesker stick. I've gotten so much fan feedback saying, wow, you did a great job with that stick. not only because of the artwork, but the you could order a custom joystick. You say, I want the Mad Catz Tournament Edition stick, but I'd like a purple ball top with purple buttons, and here's some art for you, Phil. You know, and obviously we would provide a template that you could submit your art, and you say, here, this is the art that we actually want on the joystick. And actually doing it that way, it would take any legal liability off of us, that there would be a worry. Like, for example, let's say the picture was from Capcom. There would be no worry from us that, you know, Capcom couldn't sue us and say, well, you're illegally using our art. We'll say, well, we didn't put the art on there. That art was provided by the customer. If you really want to go try to sue some, you know, some one single guy who wanted to use some fan art or some Capcom art on his joystick, go ahead.
Do you like that? Yeah, you like that. I bet you did. Well, that's him doing that. Why don't I go talk about his Five Nights at Freddy's review? He thinks I don't think he even got past day 2. And to be honest, I'm still stuck at day 5. But he claims that what did he say here? He claims that anyone who plays Five Nights at Freddy's is a sheep who is only playing into the hype because it's the most piece of shit game ever made. And that the game Night Trap is better because it has slapstick comedy. And since Night Trap is better because it's funny, you know, because all horror games need to be funny, right? That it's better. Ooh, yeah. Why don't I show you a clip? Because I don't want you guys to misunderstand anything I'm saying. I'm going to show you it from the words of his own mouth.
Alright, so this is the epilogue of me playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Please, please, stop it. Stop believing what idiots tell you. Stop watching some moron screaming like a ninny. No! 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 The game is not good. Five Nights at Freddy's is a game that is terrible. It doesn't even run properly. If you're running the game and you Alt-Tab, the game crashes. The game has no audio settings.
This game just came out and is an indie release on top of that. Sometimes you need to cut a little slack on these games. Did you have any problems during the gameplay?
The game has no replayability. It's boring as fuck.
Not only is the game as boring as fuck, in opinion, but there is some replayability to it that you missed. When you progress far enough in the game, aka farther than day 2, you unlock a feature that allows you to edit the number of mascots that can come after you, and their individual AI levels, making them easier or much harder than they are in the real game.
Stop believing the bullshit. Stop asking people to play these shitty games. It's garbage. It's garbage on a plate.
This is probably the 3rd time you have mentioned that the game is garbage or sucks.
That's what that was. Garbage on a fucking plate. And because 2 people played the game and screamed like ninnies on the internet, Aries! Aries! Oh, everyone should play this game. It's great. Stop it. Stop being a sheep. Stop falling for this bullshit. The game's fucking terrible.
Once again, you call the game terrible and don't provide evidence why.
You saw it firsthand. It's awful. That was one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. It's horrible. It doesn't even function properly as a PC game. Stop being fooled by these idiots who go, ah, and scream at the camera. The game's not any good. I mean, 5 seconds into the game, I could have told you that. 5 seconds in. Here we go. There was nothing to that game. It was clicking on fucking cameras like Night Trap. Night Trap was better than that game because Night Trap from the 1990s actually had comedic stuff that happened. A door would open, the guy's balls would get hit, you're like, oh, or he'd fall, you get thrown through a wall or whatever.
That is because Night Trap was a game that wanted to use slapstick-style comedy. Five Nights at Freddy's is a game that wants to go for a creepy atmosphere, and to include any kind of Adam Sandler-style comedy would just ruin the effect.
That was entertaining. That game was shit. If this guy played it and he screamed like a girl, it must be scary. Grow up.
I hit the girl. Fuck this stupid fucking mission.
Seriously, stop this mob mentality of bullshit. Seriously. I'll tell it like it is. That game right there is a piece of shit.
I tell it like it is, but I will not provide any hard data to support my cause.
Don't waste your money on it. Don't tell anyone to play it. Don't fucking spread the hype about it. Oh, don't be a sheep. Be an individual.
Just trust me, you sheep. This game sucks. Now go be an individual and spread my message.
It's garbage. Don't play garbage.
Just watch me play like garbage instead.
Alright. That's all I have to say about that. I'm done. I'm done with this piece of crap. Don't play it. Don't listen to idiots who say it's good because it's terrible. That's it. I'm done.
In closing, Phil called out IGN when, in his opinion, they gave the game Murdered Soul Suspect to a person who wasn't right for the genre. They gave it a low score. When you watch his other Freddy videos, it is readily apparent that he is not the right kind of person for this game. He gives it a low score. Do you think you'll see the irony in this?
He is extremely repetitive in his ways that he acts. He always repeats the same damn thing, and I wouldn't have an issue with his Let's Plays if most of them were not recorded with his damn with his damn camera. Half of his Let's Plays are actually recorded by him recording the screen and yelling racial slurs at the TV. He basically does nothing but play games. He doesn't edit them. He just records them and then records his extremely childish behavior. Now, some people like him for the fact that he rages, and maybe that's fine. But I wouldn't have issues with him if when he rages, he didn't scream ping pong ching chow and then other racial stereotypes into the microphone. I wouldn't have an issue with him raging and making money off of it if he actually edited the boring parts out. I wouldn't have an issue with this YouTuber if he didn't spawn a genre of YouTube making called "This is how you don't play." He doesn't know how to play the video games he plays. He literally plays it like your dad probably would. He's in his like mid-30s, and the only thing this dude does is scream racial slurs, basically putting down other races, or if any female is in the game, he will make a sexual comment towards that female. In any game, dead or alive, or the most innocent of games, saying stuff like, "Show me your boobies," and stuff like that. He's extremely sexist. He steals artwork from his fans, and to be honest, the only thing he ever does is that every now and again, he will attack his fans, and I mean like physically, just verbally attack them, saying stuff like, "Oh, you hate me? Well, all you guys are just fucking gay haters, and you guys need to burn in hell," and then, you know, it'll be followed by, "Hey, I'm not making enough money off of YouTube, and Tobuscus and PewDiePie suck, so you should, like, give me some of that donation money, and, like, I'll buy a new house." By the way, he did buy a new house off of donation money, even though he's nothing but a racist, sexist bigot.
Motorboat time. Give me a kiss goodbye, baby.
I'll bet if I kissed you, you taste like a wild beast.
Oh, why don't you taste my wild beast then? I'm like Pac-Man. I'm gonna humma you.
Where exactly in Rosnerad Sokolov is located.
Come on.
He's a...
Was like a mother and my master.
And your lover?
Oh, yes.
It went deeper than that.
Oh, I went deeper than that.
Boss.
I was fucking mining for gold.
No, nothing like that.
Do you hate
Yes.
Precious little pet.
I'm gonna show you a few clips of what Darkside Phil does, and if he tries to copyright my video, this is known as critique. also known as fair use. If you try to take down my video, I will dispute it. And if you try to do it again, I will take you to court, Darkside Phil. Because you tried to take down Retsupre's video, you tried to take down other people who disagree with you. Well, I'm going to say it right now. Fuck you, Darkside Phil. And here's why.
Has been paid for by the
Kojima World Order. He's fucking black. Help, he's black. Because you know when he's black, there's gonna be trouble. What the hell?
In China, they say, rashness brings success to few.
In China, they say, Chiggy Chang Wang Charlie Chan Chika Chaka Choka Cha. Shut the fuck up. I don't care what they say in China.
Next question. If the fans decided to create a fundraiser on a website to pay for surgery for your back, would you accept the gift? And that's from 9Kenny5. The answer is this. No, because honestly now I'm in a position, because as we've already said in this episode of Ask the King, I do have health insurance. I have my own health insurance now. And even though I'm sure the back surgery would probably be expensive to me, I could afford it. For those of you who don't know, I have a serious back injury, a severely herniated disc in my lower back. And I've had this since 2008, or late 2007, 2008. And I've had to adjust my life significantly because of it. And it came to a point where I was actually in a lot of pain all the time. And there is a surgery that I could get on my back that would basically try to repair the disc and or fuse my spine where the disc is. But the number one, the surgery is risky, very risky. Number two, even if the surgery is successful, there's no guarantee that it will do anything. It's actually hit or miss. Some people are without pain forever. Some people are without pain for a short while and then it comes back. Some people end up being in worse pain. I'm not kidding you. It's that much of a risk. And number three, it's very expensive. I was told that even with insurance covering some of it, it would still cost me like over $10,000 out of pocket to get this surgery. I could afford it. 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 I could afford it.
Number two, I wanted to get my back fixed because my back has been a major pain in my ass. It limits my mobility. It limits my ability to do things. And I want to feel healthy again. And I'll be honest, since 2007, I feel like a cripple. And I know I don't mean that as I know I'm not crippled, and I know I'm extremely fortunate because I've been able to manage my pain, and I haven't re-injured my back or anything like that, but I'm hindered in what I'm doing a lot, and I want to be healthy again. But I can't do either of those things because I thought, uh-oh, I just took a major pay cut. What happens if next year I get another major pay cut, and now I can't afford to move? Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to Chicago. We are at the Wyndham Grand Hotel, which I guess formerly was called
Hotel 71.
Hotel 71, because that was the address, 71. And apparently they got bought out by Wyndham. It's becoming a Wyndham Hotel. They're currently renovating it. But we decided to get one of the nicest rooms in the hotel. It is called the Executive Suite. Alright? So let's walk you around. First of all, this is the front door.